Yeah, different things.
There's just, I mean, there were a lot of stories around that boat because it was at sea for so long, and then they turned it into a hotel after. And I think it's still operational.
It's like docked?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know where. So, yeah.
In America?
We're going to sound like idiots.
Don't give a fuck. When do we not sound like idiots? Here, Andrew!
Oh, Andrew's here. Let's see, 16 minutes late. Don't worry, folks.
Fucker.
We just have to go let him in. I wonder what snacks Andrew brought today. Oh boy. I hear him a-coming. Hear him a-coming on up. I wonder if he'll have an excuse or if he's just an asshole.
You want some coffee?
There's no time for coffee, Andrew.
Drink some fucking coffee. What do you say?
Said there's no time for coffee.
There's no time. We're already late.
You better be recording when I step in there.
For a very important
We've been
date.
recording for about 15 minutes.
We were born with it.
We started the recording at exactly noon.
Did you really?
No.
That would have been awesome, bro.
Were you asleep? You sound like you were just asleep.
I told Drew that when you said I'm here, that woke me up.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was it we were talking about the tornado sirens.
Is that what they are? Tornado sirens?
Yeah, they're like warning signals.
I know, but I didn't know
they're
they were
bombing
designed
sirens.
specifically. Well, I was
at
telling
noon every week
Wednesday.
in Columbus.
Every Wednesday.
I said week.
It's every Wednesday.
But every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday at noon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They test the siren system in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah. Is it?
Have you guys ever noticed the voice to like marble?
Yeah.
marble?
What the fuck does it say?
I
That's
have
what
no
freaked
idea.
me out.
It's
Before
so
I moved
muffled,
here.
I feel like it's speaking to aliens or something.
Exactly.
To the movie?
No. You never heard the voice that comes along with the tornado siren?
There's a voice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you have to be in different parts of the city to
Holy
hear it.
shit.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so before I moved here and I was just coming to Columbus and hanging out with Becca, I was asleep as shit on a Wednesday at noon, apparently.
Yeah.
And she lived in this same apartment just on the on the other side.
Yeah.
And I fucking woke up with that blaring in the middle of the day or whatever, and I was like freaking out, looking through the window, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is there an attack?
There's clear
an attack.
skies on this window,
Holy
but on
shit,
the other
yeah.
window there's a fucking tornado.
I was
or
freaking
something.
out, and then it comes like,
The
and
voice
I thought it was
the
like
voice would
a
freak-
fucking
yeah.
like a tank rolling through the city, you know, like attention, fucking we've been invaded. Like, you know, that's like I fucked me up. I was like trying to get a hold of Becca, like, what the fuck is this? She was like laughing, like it happens every week, like it's fine.
It happens at
You
noon.
did all that in the time.
You know,
that the
they do
sirens
it at
going
noon,
off?
so it doesn't
Yeah, it
wake
goes
people
off
up.
for a while.
It goes off like I think a minute.
Listen, we're in Old Town. There are a bunch of slackers and fucking potheads that live over here. Okay, there are motherfuckers that are asleep as hell at noon.
Yeah,
it's like this
like-
motherfucker
yeah.
that just stumbled in.
I mean, I'm the evidence of that.
He's evidence.
That-
I can't
Absolutely.
really act too proud. I was sleeping until noon
Yeah.
for most of my 20s.
Oh yeah, I actively get up at like 8
You are
in the
still
morning.
20.
Yeah, you're only 20.
I am only 20 years old.
He's gonna be 21 this year.
Why are you wearing that hat, by the way?
What's wrong with the hat?
Yeah, you never wear hats.
You never wear hats.
And I'm not wearing a hat.
Brooke
That's
bought,
weird.
Yeah, I-
bought me a hat on
This is
vacation.
evidence that I'm in the wrong place and that you guys are
This is
delusion.
holy shit. We're in like
That is the error in the
Wait, do
simulation.
you guys not like the hat?
no, it's just strange because I'm always wearing a hat. Are you self-conscious now?
No, it was just because
Well, now it
I
looks
didn't want
weird.
to have to brush my hair.
It looked
or
good
anything.
before. I feel it.
Yeah.
Oh no, the door.
No, our fourth.
Those
I'm just gonna keep
door.
it. I'm just gonna keep it. Whatever.
Damn it.
That's going to really mess up our
I was
audio.
gonna turn that.
A finely tuned studio.
We could have turned that into a bit, but we missed a good opportunity.
Oh, okay. Captain,
Like it slowly-
been here
it
fucking
slowly
15
creeps
minutes
open.
late and now I'm
Andrew-
trying to direct
Andrew, what's
We
next?
say, hey, get
appropriate
out!
direction.
Andrew, what snacks did you bring today?
Oh yeah.
What's that pink drink?
Andrew Stacks.
Funyuns.
Did you stop by the store on the way here?
Yeah.
You were late and you stopped by the store.
Why don't you keep snacks foods at your house? You know you're going to eat them. Why don't you buy these in bulk, bitch?
Because I can't keep them in my home. Because I eat them.
So what's wrong with that? Oh.
I bring a Cliff Bar.
You got a Cliff Bar. I have a Rheingeist.
You're drinking beer?
Cougar Blonde Ale.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's my day off, bitch.
Oh, you drinking beer?
I would never drink a fucking Rheingeist this early in the morning.
I've been up for 4 hours, so this isn't the morning for me.
I just woke up though.
Sometimes I've had a beer at noon at work more than once, for sure.
That stresses me out.
Yeah.
I have to when they come in to like give me beer, you know.
Yeah.
To like drink it.
Well, when people come in with samples and they expect me to drink it,
What do you mean it stresses you out?
Because I don't want it.
Beer and coffee does not mix.
Yeah,
I need.
I agree.
I want like 5-6 hours of wake up time.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah.
Like most people.
I'm trying to get,
fired up. Get that fire going.
I had my coffee. I had my Cougar Blonde Ale from Rheingeist.
You got your keyboard.
Got my keyboard. I don't think I really ate anything. But that's why I have a beer.
Yeah.
It's too early to eat.
That's what the monks used
What do you
to
mean it's too early to eat?
It's not too early to drink, but it's too early to eat.
You've mixed those up.
You know, people
Drew
before
is
they
weird
have
about food.
I can't. Yeah.
He doesn't eat for like the first 5 hours of the day.
It just depends. It's hard. I try to eat. It's just like you don't get that morning stomach where you just can't eat anything.
I wake
That's
up.
not a thing.
I wake up and I'm always so hungry.
Yeah.
The first thing I do when I wake up is let the dog out, make coffee, and make breakfast.
Yeah.
I wish that I had that kind of routine.
There's a whole meal of the day dedicated to how necessary it is to eat in the morning.
Completely agree, and I have actively tried to start eating just like a banana or something, like anything.
Bananas
yogurt used to be my go-to, but now yogurt's starting to gross me out. That's the problem with foods
mix fresh fruit
I start
with
to
yogurt.
think.
It's the best thing ever.
Oh yeah, I put granola in my.
Oh no, guys, I'm starting to sweat. All right. Jesus.
If you had a superpower,
not even hot.
it would be to just become moist at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, I'd be someone would try to tie me up, and I'd just
you'd just be able to slip out,
and I'd say lubricate.
It's like an anime lubricate.
It would take that much effort.
It's a whole episode of just powering up to lubricate yourself. Yeah. And you're just vibrating, and actually it's just a hot room, and you're just sweating. It's normal sweat.
Through their mouths.
You're just a very anxious guy who had just drank a Red Bull.
Lubricate.
Does Red Bull make you guys sweat?
No, it gives me wings.
Well, that's what it is. It's you gotta
trademark.
Yeah, trademark Red Bull Company. Anyways, caffeine makes me sweat. It's the head club for caffeine.
Like sweat.
You said you got 2 cheese sticks. Yes. A Fruitopia.
Don't call it that.
A Fruitopia and Funyuns.
It's a Minute Maid. Not a Fruitopia, you dick. You made me sound pretentious there.
Nobody that's pretentious drinks fucking Fruitopia.
I'm not drinking. Exactly, I'm not drinking.
You know why you're not drinking?
I think the joke was that there isn't Fruitopia.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You know why you're not drinking Fruitopia is because they don't fucking make that shit anymore. But
they
that
don't
was
really.
My number one favorite drink as a kid.
What about Snapple?
For sure.
You still drink Snapple.
Oh, I love Snapple.
You fuck with Snapples all day.
Snapples, you cannot get over that Snapple pop.
It's not enough of a drink. That's
so
my
inviting.
problem.
No, it's
give me an Arizona
not for an American,
green tea.
but for anyone else,
that's like 18 gallons of sugar water. That's what I want.
For an American, Snapple's not good enough.
Hi, this is the Hair Club for Movies.
It's a movie club podcast where we sit around and talk
snacks.
about a movie. This week it was Drew's pick. Mm-hmm. And what'd you pick this week?
I picked Where the Buffalo Roam. It's about buffalo.
All right,
not at all.
I'm going to start off with my first and only note.
Okay.
Willy Wonka's Hotel Getaway. Doesn't that sound like the best movie ever? I thought of that movie.
It has nothing to do with this.
It has nothing to do with this.
Okay.
Well, in a way it does. When I saw the 2 midget bellhops come around the corner, I was like, this is going to be the best movie
wearing
ever.
orange?
No, but like I was like, what if they were? And what if like all the doors were like different and like.
What do you do when you guzzle down drugs trying to write a journalism book?
Like imagine like a series of guests get like brought to different rooms and they can make like each room is like just like each room in the chocolate factory
it's like
where there's
4 rooms,
there's some weird gimmick in each room and like the little Oompa Loompas come with like
maybe a different drug.
It's like a brothel.
Ooh.
It's like a brothel but for snacks.
Yeah.
Like a snack brothel.
Doesn't that sound like a good
your
movie?
Your
though?
dick just got hard when I said snack brothel.
No, I completely ignored it because I was trying to...
I know how much you love to snack.
I do, but
brothels.
I like even more to talk about my movies. I have ideas.
So,
anyway.
This movie is about Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter.
And Oscar Acosta, but for some reason he's called Laszlo something in this.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
his
who
character.
is supposed to be?
Oscar Acosta, he was
the cartoonist?
the actual guy.
The real person.
The real guy that what Laszlo, whatever his name is,
was like the lawyer, attorney, or whatever.
Yeah, he is based on this dude. Well, he's not based on. Hunter Thompson fucking just named him something else.
Yeah,
you know,
Laszlo.
just to keep him safe, presumably. Like he could write about this dude the same way that Blast, the magazine he's working for, is Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones.
I see.
Rolling Stones magazine. The Rolling
it's
Stones.
just to like
wrote a
slightly.
magazine.
He's putting a napkin on his butt. You know,
putting a napkin on his butt?
You know, like not really covering his ass, but like covering part of it.
All right, that's not a phrase that anyone says.
Just said he's
anyway, he was like a civil rights lawyer and then
relatable.
like a revolutionary guy. He disappeared. Like presumably that shit happened, but who knows because it's
it's
whatever.
Fucking,
and yeah,
that's crazy.
And some shit happens. It's a combination of a few different novels. I
don't really know what happened in this movie.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
he was just recounting his tales of shit that went down with Laszlo. Because the opening is him trying to write this story about these things that happen, and then it's just a combination of, like, it combines 3 different books, I think. Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail, 1972, is the last one. And the other 2, I don't know what they are. Because I've only read the 1.
One of my favorite parts, I think it's toward the beginning, he mentions that it was a time between the 60s and 70s, which I thought was, like, very descriptive. You know, like there's...
Well, he called it, like, Nixon's era.
Yeah.
Or something. And
yeah, he talked about that in Fear and Loathing, too. He says, like, it's, like, the crest of the wave or whatever. Like, it was after the crest of the wave. Like, the crest was, like, the 60s and, like, all that Haight-Ashbury, that
just
whole beat movement.
Yeah.
And after that is, like, just the shit.
Yeah.
Nixon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's something I've never really read Hunter S. Thompson before, like any of his work. But this stuff, like, I did see a little like mini documentary on his Gonzo at the Derby or whatever.
Oh,
the
okay.
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
You should read. He did an article for Rolling Stone about that, and that's like one of the fucking ones.
Yeah,
like
The story was about
Ralph Steadman.
Well, the documentary was about Hunter S. Thompson, but also the cartoonist that he brought along.
Ralph Steadman.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That was the very first time they ever did anything together. Was the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah,
I was like, I know all this shit because I was very big into Hunter S. Thompson and Ralph Steadman especially.
Yeah,
because his art fucked me up and is super influential to me now.
Yeah,
even still.
Yeah.
So, but he came over here from England and or wherever the fuck.
No, it was UK at least.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And that was the first thing that they ever worked on, and he got the taste of, you know, they were both crazy.
Yeah, they both.
And I actually, after watching this movie on Amazon, saw there's a documentary about Ralph Steadman called like what the fuck is it called? I don't remember what it's called, but it's Johnny Depp's in it, and he narrates it and talks about it. Everybody's just about Ralph Steadman, which I didn't know it existed, and that's awesome. It's on Amazon for rent, and it's
that's pretty cool.
Go fucking watch that shit here. Anyway, okay, I don't know where to even begin about talking about this. Movie.
It's called For No Good Reason.
For No Good Reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Fucking
that's a good
looks
name.
awesome. I love art docs about artists that I love.
Oh yeah, but that's awesome. I like art docs that are even about people I just haven't heard of. But if But if it's, if whatever they're doing or whatever they're talking about is interesting enough, it's like, I'm an artist, I should know this.
Sure.
Sure.
It's interesting to see anybody's process, even if you
exactly,
don't
I think that's what I meant to say.
Even if it's like something that you
completely disagree with.
Yeah, or like a medium. Like, I will watch a fucking documentary about, a fucking chef all day.
Or
I like food.
The one about the South Park creators,
oh,
like 7
God.
Days Till Air or something
6
like
days
that.
Well, I don't know anyone who doesn't know about that.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome,
mean, that I've
Yeah.
watched it 3 or 4 times just because it's so fucking
Me too.
inspiring.
The first time I saw it was in animation class. I don't know why. Our teacher was awesome, and it's like, obviously it had to do with animation. It's just, normally we would watch like animated movies to like look at different techniques, and we would like pause it in certain areas and we'd like look at this drawing and like the shape of it and how
but this was more about how animation was
process.
made.
Yeah, I think he showed it to us because he was like, if you want to know what it's like to be an animator in any like fuck Pixar, like in any other working animation studios, it's normally like this, where the turnaround time is so like small. Like,
and there's really no finishing anything. It's just
exactly.
You do what you can, and then
Well, that's what they say. That's what you say about any. Somebody said that about art in general. Like, no artwork is ever finished. It's just abandoned. Because you never you could work on something forever until it's completely perfect, and it even still won't be perfect.
And that's why I think for some people, like certain personalities, deadlines are good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Working within constraints is always
on my easel at my house
inspiring.
right now. I have a painting that was supposed to be finished 4 years ago.
Oh,
and I looked at it and I was like,
And then he slept until noon.
Yo, yeah.
Yes,
and then you sleep. Oh, dude, I've got a few in there that have been like paid for by people that 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm bad.
Yeah.
I finish stuff and it's like in envelopes, and I just can't get over the anxiety of mailing it out because it's already been a long time too. And
Whoa, that's what you're talking about. You mean it's you've finished stuff, but you've never given to them to the people.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have an old.
I buy gifts for people. And I still have them, like, because I have anxiety about
Dude, I didn't know.
My old roommate would never.
and I feel bad.
He would never accept money for his artwork. He would always just give them away. Like, he would make art for specific people, but he would never accept money.
Sure.
Wow.
Even though he could have, he just didn't. I think he had anxiety about it too. He felt like if there was no money involved, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody's ever seen my shit and then they're like, oh, I like that. I'm like, oh, you want it? Here, get it off my hands, because it's just like a fucking monkey on my back.
Yeah.
So I love just making it, and if people like it, that's the whole point. I mean,
Yeah.
Is Hunter S.
Gerald
Thompson,
Sandwiches pays my bills, so.
is Hunter S. Thompson like considered an artist, or is he always considered like a journalist?
I mean, what's the difference?
I feel like
could be a
he
difference.
was
Most journalists
between
are
like
not
a creative writer.
Yeah,
and-
well,
so, okay,
I
that's
would
a better way
consider
to
him an
phrase it.
artist, because I think what makes an artist is like how you live your life also. Like, not just the things you make, but how, I mean, he affected culture.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
In a massive way. And people, like, that's interesting watching this movie is like, this is in 1980, and like, the stuff that happened is a lot closer to it. The 70s was a lot closer to it, but I feel like
5 or 10 years
he wasn't, and I
prior.
wasn't around in 1980, but I'm willing to bet that like he wasn't as big of a cultural icon as he is now. After Fear and Loathing, like, he's in the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
At the time he was a huge, like, in the, with the hippies and the beats and fucking, like,
At the
in the
time, he
underground.
probably was like the first Kanye West, maybe.
Actually, isn't this film? Oh, never mind.
What do you mean? What?
First Kanye West.
Like, just like an outspoken,
It'll take you a second.
contrarian kind of person.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the time,
there's
doing things
like
that no
Andy-
one really
Andy
like,
Kaufman.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
or Andy Kaufman.
Kanye West. I mean, it's that lineage of all those people. I feel like are on the same shit. Like, but Hunter Thompson, he's one of those people, kind of like Bill Murray, that played him. Like, there is this mythology around them, and it's like, did this happen or not? And especially because of the way that he wrote, with like injecting.
There's absurdity. To,
Absolutely,
like, the character.
but he uses absurdity to show the truth.
Yeah,
that's what Gonzo is, and that's why there's the midgets in the fucking thing because they're not actually midgets probably, but he decided they're midgets the same way he writes about lizard people and like just saying fucking completely made up shit about Nixon like he's probably in his pod right now asleep. I would be, you know, like like that shit, like that's his whole. That's what Gonzo is like. But, like, before, like, clickbait articles, like the fucking Onion and shit, he wrote this shit and a sect of people believed it. You know what I mean? Like, to be, you know, the right, especially, that would see it and, like, even I can't believe you said this. This is so crazy. And not getting the joke. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I will admit something. What? I never have read any Hunter S. Thompson stuff because I think in, like, high school, there was a few people that were really, really into it, and I didn't like them.
You clump them into the fucking Boondock Saints bros, the Fight Club people, the people,
and I was just like, I don't want to be into what you're into, you know, like that.
Yeah,
like they're the kind of people who can like a good thing, but you don't want to like the good thing because they like it.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
Like it could be like actually important literature, but since they like it and talk about it all the fucking time, you're like. I don't give a shit about it anymore.
I don't even know where I got into it, honestly. Like, just the movie. Absolutely, the fucking movie. No, I didn't like...
I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, Pac Sun wouldn't have been my hot topic, but like, to be honest, I was a mall punk. To be sure, I was. But, I mean, probably just the movie, but like, it fucked me up. And I read Fear and Loathing, and I read Fear and Loathing Campaign Trail 1972. I have Hell's Angels now. It's kind of way different. He actually went to the Hell's Angels and joined the Hell's Angels and wrote about them and shit.
That's awesome.
If you guys want to read one, that would be a good place to start.
Be the one to start. Cool.
Fear and Loathing would be the place to start. Okay. But like, it's the most like accessible and like story, and his writing is fully fledged. I feel like at that.
Could there have been a better choice to play Hunter S. Thompson than Bill Murray?
At this time, fucking probably not.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying, like, that's what I was going back to. Like, he would... So it's kind of hard to watch this now, because this movie is like a comedy, straight comedy.
It is.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But, like, Thompson's stuff is, like, comedic, but it's like, dark and subversive.
I will say this, comparing this to Fear and Loathing, this is drier than Fear and Loathing. I feel like, you know, Fear and Loathing is a Terry Gilliam film. Yeah. It's like more like Willy Wonka.
Yeah. It's the perfect pairing. Like, this just didn't have the vision. Like, it's just like, do beats. You know what I mean? Like, it's a comedy. It's just a straight, like National Lampoon kind of almost with the fucking the climax gag is fucking him spraying the fire extinguisher in Nixon's face. Like, that's, you know, at the time people were like, oh shit, you know, but like, you're right. It's like throwing the pie in the face of it's like that did you guys ever see,
it's like if George Bush slips on a banana peel.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. But like, did you ever see Harold and Kumar go to
White Castle?
No. Isn't George W. Bush in that one, or maybe the second one?
I don't know.
I've
only seen the first
one. But like,
one.
It's a George W. Bush impersonator, but he's like smoking weed. Hey man, you know, like it's like that same shit.
I have a soft spot for dumb stoner comedies.
Oh fuck, me too.
Yeah.
The first Harold and Kumar is still. Dude, Where's My Car? That movie is fucking hilarious, man.
I haven't seen Dude, Where's My Car all the way through.
Oh my god, you gotta watch it all the way through.
I've only seen the parts that are like, what the fuck is going on in this movie?
That's what the whole movie is.
Aren't there like robot chicks in that movie?
Yeah, they're called something stupid. Yeah,
fembots.
No, fembots like that. They're not robots. They're like assassins.
Aliens.
They're like assassins or something. There's like a cult. Yeah, it's fucking weird, man.
I always comment on that part. I'm just like, why is this movie on?
That movie's
and then I
classic.
Yeah. No, I digress. That is a classic movie, but
I love that our classic like stoner comedies or whatever movies like that are like fucking strange, absurd ass shit. Yeah, like compared to like Animal House and like Porky's.
Yeah.
Or like the Cheech and Chong movies even. Like those are like not crazy weird. I mean, they were at the time, I guess.
Those are more like just comedies from the era.
Yeah. Well, I love like at a certain point where like in the 90s, I guess, like weirdness just became like the common
I think it's because nothing good came out of the 90s.
Fuck you. You're so wrong.
Nah.
What about Reservoir Dogs?
That was a great movie.
Well, shut up then.
Yeah, that's one thing, and that negates everything you just said.
I think, let me amend the statement.
No, I know what
Music
you mean.
and and clothing.
Wrong.
I would focus
I
on
felt
as
that
being the
way
worst.
about certain decades when I was younger. When I was a young man like you, Andrew.
And,
I
You're 4
feel
years
like
older, right?
when you get... I'm detached
you'd be a
enough
freshman,
now.
you'd be a senior. You graduated.
Ooh, good point.
There's good things and bad things from every era of history, and you just gotta find them. I used to hate all 80s music. I would say that, and now some of my favorite
Can't
bands
I
are
just
from the
say
80s.
something
No.
and have it just not have to be dissected? I
No.
just want
When
to
you say
it.
crazy things, like
Crazy things like you can't
Like,
understand why vegans can't eat eggs. We gotta fucking tell you you're wrong sometimes.
It's not crazy to say nothing good came out of the 90s. It's just funny and it should
Are
be.
you high
wait,
as
how
fuck
old
right
are
now?
you?
Huh? I was born in 91.
So
Yeah.
you're terrible. So that's true. You were not a good thing.
This is what I'm getting at, Drew. Jesus.
No.
So, all right. So one of my favorite goofs in this movie was
Classic
when
goofs.
This is a goofy romp.
So the bookend scenes are Hunter S. Thompson in like his cabin in the winter with the Doberman.
Was actually one of my favorite scenes.
When they cut back to him, his hair is really long.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a wig.
Well, that's the goof is that it's like
That he was there so long.
it's
his hair
implying
grew.
that he was there for like a year.
Yeah.
and he
Well, I
didn't cut his
think
hair.
he did,
Yeah.
it's supposed to just be like it's supposed to look like he was there for a year, but in reality he did that in like a day or two.
Yeah.
Well, they said no. They said less than a day. At the beginning of the movie, he says "fuck 2 hours."
Oh yeah,
He's
right.
like screaming at the alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
It's not an alarm. It's one of it's an old ass like fax thing that you could like
Put a
and it would take an hour to get one page through or whatever, you know. You'd have to connect it to a phone, like take the phone off the ringer and put it on that. You know, like 90s hacker movies.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Take, I fucking love... there's one more thing that came out of the 90s. Have you ever heard of a movie called Hackers?
I've never seen it. It probably sucks.
You're crazy.
Uh-huh.
It's awesome. It teaches you about how to hack things using telephone, like a pay phone.
Mm-hmm.
You can hack anything you want just using a payphone.
Actually,
man.
the movie Sneakers. You ever seen that one with Sidney Poitier
Dan Aykroyd.
and Dan Aykroyd?
We've talked about that on here.
It's
I think.
awesome.
Is it about like the first pair of Jordans ever invented?
Yeah, Sneakers.
Sneakers is a terrible name for that movie. Even though I love that movie, it's an awful name. But it's about hackers, and it's more. I think it's a more realistic portrayal.
Yeah, Hackers was like fucking cyberpunk, like shiny jackets.
Sneakers sounds like the sci-fi ripoff of Hackers. That's what it sounds
Well,
like.
it's one of those movies. It's one of those
They came
collective
out
consciousness
right at the same
things.
time.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
came out right around maybe different
Yeah.
years, but right close to each other.
Yeah.
Okay,
so funny.
goofs.
Another one of my favorite lines is toward the end when Laszlo is trying to convince Thompson to join the commune or whatever with him. He Thompson says, "What kind of women would go there? That you got shitty dope."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And a lot of, his lines are so garbled, it's hard to like hear every single one. Which,
Subtitles,
I like.
man. That's why you gotta watch things with subtitles.
Well, I think it's intentional to, he's always got that cigarette.
Yeah. Well,
Place
if you
in his
notice,
teeth.
I always notice when a line is dubbed in something. If it's like,
Oh. Yeah.
There had to have been almost all the lines because something sounded
there were
weird.
a shitload of them.
Actually, I even said that there's even like every movie from this era, like 70s, 80s, there's this thing with the sound editing, especially with dialogue.
Yeah.
Lots of
It's just so so unnatural that you just
lots of Wilhelm screams and lots of post dubs.
I think we got
yeah.
much better at it. Like after
yeah.
this, like we tried to get too, like micromanaging like little bits of the sound, and then we got to a point where we got better at it.
People do like
People
sound
don't notice.
design, so like
Yeah.
you're adding background elements. So if you do have to dub, you're not gonna fucking
It's not gonna be
glaring.
just someone's voice and no background sounds at all.
Exactly.
That really highlights the
because
fact
like
that
for
it's
like Bane in Dark Knight Rises,
Yeah.
when they screened it originally, like nobody could fucking understand him. And
I
that
wish
was,
they would've screened it
that
that
was
way,
like
though.
the point. I wish that would have.
I know. Because in the trailer,
I wish there was like nobody could know
the
what the fuck
the
he's
trailer is they never went back and fixed the trailer.
Yeah.
So when you watch the trailer for Dark Knight Rises, Bane's voice sounds like, you're right, like you can't really tell what he's saying. And it also sounds more like harsh. It also sounds less British and more just like robotic and sort of like like just like gurgling voices.
Yeah.
I loved it. But then,
I loved it too. When I first saw it, it was like fucked up. But anyway, they completely redone. I mean, it's different because you don't see his voice.
Yeah.
There's a scene in this movie.
You don't see his mouth moving.
Or you don't see his mouth, sorry.
Which you
can't see his voice unless you're like me and you're tripping balls. But there's a scene in this movie where they're on the snooty patooties are on their plane at the end on the campaign trail.
With the newspaper.
Reading the newspaper. Okay,
it stood out so
glaring. He's like reading like the thing, and it's obviously that dude just delivered that shit so shitty that they had to have somebody else come fucking.
Or maybe,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Like, I don't know why they did that, because that scene with the newspaper being right in front of his mouth, like maybe did they just know they were gonna dub over this motherfucker, or
they like the audio quality was muffled because of the magazine? You know,
it
who
could
knows?
be, yeah.
But I'm thinking
I thought booms still existed back then. Don't they have fucking big microphone booms?
But it's not. It's different. I mean, that's 30 years ago.
You guys ever seen Singing in the Rain?
No, but
I've seen clips and stuff.
Well, it's about like the advent of talkies. And, like, people, these studios trying to adapt to, like, figuring out how to get sound.
Yeah.
And there's a few really funny historic scenes where they, like, have hidden microphones on some of the actresses. And they, like, turn their heads back and forth. Anyways.
Oh, where they're talking.
It's probably the best musical ever made.
That's what I've seen.
I need to see it. You're right. I do.
Did you ever see The Artist?
Yeah. I have not yet. I have not yet.
It's pretty good. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's about silent movies and that world. Yeah. And then stuff happens. Yeah.
I need to.
I went into it thinking it was like, oh, this is some pretentious bullshit. But it was totally not.
I went on a date with a ballet dancer, and I was trying to seem much more cultured, so I was like, second date, let's go see The Artist.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awkward.
But then you actually went into see the Brian Posehn stand-up, The Fartist.
You were dating a ballerina dancer, you said?
She was in school for it.
Okay, in school for it. I was like,
if you were dating a ballerina
dancer, okay.
Well, are you saying I don't look like I could date a ballet dancer?
You don't.
What does that mean?
Look like that. You're right, you don't look like
What does that mean? Have you seen Black Swan? Those people are crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying you don't look like you could.
What is that implying? What are you trying to say about ballet dancers? That they're
I'm trying to say something about Michael.
Oh, what is that? He's an ugly chud?
No, not ugly. Not ugly.
Like,
he's
cultureless,
not.
Loser?
There are. I learned this a while ago about
small dick. What are you saying?
Girls who dance for a living.
What about him?
I wanted that to sound ambiguous, but ballerina.
We get it. We get what you mean. We get it.
Did you see my joke? No, but
I saw that joke.
I didn't see it. I did see it. You didn't see it.
The whole thing about maybe I'll change it to like performers or like girls who are on stage.
Why does it have to be girls?
Guys and girls, but it's girls because I'm talking about who's dating.
You don't know who dates.
Fucking. Stay with me here, Drew. Stay with me, all right?
All right, I'm staying with you.
Okay. The whole reason that I don't think Michael would be dating a ballerina dancer is because they care a lot about image, and that dude is ugly. I'm sorry, guys. I should have abandoned that a while ago.
I understand
I
understand what you mean, but I think you're wrong.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I think that's
like I said. Can I just say something without it being dissected?
You can, but you can't.
No,
I just wanted to briefly make fun of Michael, and you're like, well, tell me why he can't date one.
Do you really think you're going to get away with some shit like that with me? Okay, come on. I'm dissection doctor.
I know.
I
feel like when I do it though, like you guys just skip the subject.
Yeah.
Like when I'm like, no, explain yourself. You're like, fuck you.
It's called steamrolling, Andrew. Learn how to do it. Yeah. Talk louder. Just move on.
How long do you want this show to be?
Years.
What do you mean?
This episode's going to take years.
Oh, the episode. Well, I do have to go back to sleep.
Oh, do you? Well, we're going to have to take a little break there. Andrew's going to take a nap.
We'll come back tomorrow.
Try to regain.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah. God damn it.
I wasn't even supposed to be a joke.
You can't do that.
Have you never seen Wayne's World? Like, you know how to do the 3.
Well, it's a...
You just said quiet.
And then
This is all
it's
audio.
gonna make me laugh if you say that kind of shit. Right before. Okay, we're back.
We're back
like
with
a
the
movie.
Stop fucking doing that.
This is the next day with Andrew. Took a nap.
Andrew, that's obnoxious.
Oh, really?
That's nice.
God.
All right. Where the Buffalo Roll. That's a great movie. 1980.
So, Peter Boyle is a giant.
Yeah. Okay. We talk about that. I have my second note is Laszlo White. Because, as I was saying before, Oscar Acosta, Mexican social worker guy who was a revolutionary kind of for Mexican Americans and shit.
I had no idea that.
He's a white guy in this movie. He's Peter Boyle.
Yeah.
If you look him up, he looks super Mexican, which is why Benicio del Toro plays him in Fear and Loathing.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if he's Mexican, whatever. Spanish looking, tan. Get a tan guy at least.
Yeah.
Not just a super milky dude.
I think we're at that point, especially with modern cinema, where we have to stop casting white people like every...
Sure, but this is 1980, and
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think they were pretending to even make him seem like he was Mexican. It was
I
just
think
the same way
changed.
that he made up the character Laszlo. They just chose
that's what I said. That my last note is it's like a cartoon version of
Fear
of Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
Like if this was a cartoon for kids, like Thompson and Friends, you know, like a fucking Fat Albert style cartoon.
Well, it's like you guys ever seen Short Circuit?
Fuck yeah.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. One Indian guy.
Fisher Stevens, also from Hackers.
Oh, yeah. Also
tying
from
it back in.
One of the best movies ever, Mario Brothers. The Mario Bros movie.
Wait, you see that?
He's one of the Goombas.
Oh.
There's like the two bumbling...
That's so racist. So they make this white guy, first he plays an Indian, and then they make him play a mushroom person.
A lizard! God damn! We're like...
Cast real Goombas in the future.
like a lizard.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
They deserve a chance to act.
Absolutely.
Goomba
the Mushroom
lives
Kingdom has been getting all their work outsourced for years now, and it's time to put it to an end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Goombas aren't going to come to the Oscars.
Don't vote Goomba 2016. Vote Mario 2016. Mario.
I thought we were supporting the Goombas.
Yeah, Mario. If you watch the Mario Bros. Movie, one guy with the harmonica
deserves to be
he totally helps. The Mario Bros. Help him out.
Goombas are people too.
Yeah, Goomba lives matter. All right,
I already said that, Drew.
Well, I said it louder. Also, one of my favorite parts is that Coach cameo.
Yeah,
all Coach. Mm-hmm. Also, the father from
his name's just Coach.
Coach. You know.
Yeah, big guy.
What's his name?
What?
The cop.
You're looking at me like I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I was expecting you to know his name.
There's actually a few decent, surprising cameos here.
His boss at the Rolling Stone is I recognize that guy.
Is Bruno Kirby, who's a great character actor. Mm-hmm. Have you guys ever seen Good Morning Vietnam?
Nope. Second time you've asked us this on here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I gotta start writing this stuff down. He's really good in this, and everything he does.
Not as good as Robin Williams, though.
Okay, Andrew.
He's not as good as Robin Williams.
You nailed that one.
You're really cracking through the ice here of things that nobody's ever said before.
That's my goal. Oh, damn. You looking at your notes again?
Yeah. Okay, so...
Craig T. Nelson,
thank you. He's the father in Poltergeist. Mm-hmm. All right.
Did they remake Poltergeist
Poltergeist? Probably.
Poltergeist?
I think they actually did just recently, like last year or something.
Poultry Police.
Poltergeist. It's about ghost chickens.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
Poltergeist?
Great.
I love
They're
it.
here!
Yeah.
With that weird fucking... The lady that talks like a fucking... whatever.
What?
Like... Yeah, I'm this lady, and I'm very scary, but I narrate ghost stories.
It's gotta be more high pitched, like.
You gotta get the ghost out, but burying the bones.
wants to know where her mother is.
Oh, you didn't bury the bones? How you think the ghosts are gonna leave?
The pink goose gonna come through the portal.
They're gonna go on the TV. They're gonna go to the TV set land.
But she did the narration for those ghost shows. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. She was
She's
really...
the ghost. The ghost voice.
That lady turned out to be just a bag of children.
That's true. That's true.
Most people don't know that. She went up for years. She was just a bag of children.
That's true.
And, yeah.
And it sounded like that because it was a small child speaking through a megaphone. And it distorts your voice. And I think one kid had a kazoo and the other kid had a megaphone.
Yeah.
And that's why she sounded like that. That's true. I'm glad you know that because a lot of people just don't know. And we need to get the word out about ladies that are just bags of children.
God damn.
It's a big problem.
I don't know what to
Neil Young.
Neil Young, yeah.
Apparently he did the music for this, quote unquote.
Yeah.
He did one fucking song and then like a guitar sound. The rest of the songs are fucking Creedence songs. Like one Jimi Hendrix song.
Yeah.
There's like 3 or 4 Creedence Clearwater Revival songs.
Well, I didn't say anything about Neil Young. You did.
Well, I did, but it's in the credits. The opening credits says like original music by Neil Young.
Well, he probably just wrote...
He did the one
rendition
thing.
of Where the Buffalo...
Yeah, and he did... There's like a guitar chorus
which
that
was
the
most annoying version of that song I've ever heard.
Are you fucking... Okay, first of all, you tell me you haven't seen Dude, Where's My Car? Then you say some other bullshit that I disagreed with.
What was that?
Now you're saying Neil Young sucks?
No, I didn't say Neil Young sucks.
You said Neil Young sucks.
I said that's the worst version of Where the Buffalo Roam I've ever heard.
Oh my god.
More like...
He was like the old lady, the bag of children old lady, singing Where the Buffalo Roam.
How did it sound to you? What did he...
Where the deer... Yeah, it was awful.
So
the very
like,
opening song.
It sounded exactly like Neil Young,
him.
so it sounded great to me. I don't fucking understand what you're saying.
I don't just like him for being Neil Young. He's got to earn it.
Oh, okay. What does that mean?
It means he's got to earn it.
Has he not earned it?
No, he hasn't.
Okay.
Neil Young's done enough.
Right? I know, that's what I mean. But he's resting on his laurels, and I'm going to knock him down.
All right, fair enough.
Fucking knock him down where he deserves to be knocked down.
Yeah, he gets knocked down, but...
Let's put it this way. On Neil Young's greatest hits, Where the Buffalo Roam's not going to be on there, alright?
Unless he didn't write it. It's a cover song, bitch.
It's a cover song, but whatever. It's
a
still
very old song.
Still
actually.
a terrible cover song.
It's probably been around for a long time.
You don't like Buffalo?
Oh, I bet they wrote it about like 5 years before Neil Young was even alive.
Yeah. About 5 years.
About 5 years.
That's true. He's 173 years old, so... That's true. So
actually, no. They must have written it
that.
after he was alive because, Buffalo didn't exist until,
At 1900.
Yeah.
At least.
In a lab. Yeah.
Well, it was a lab that they turned Native Americans into creatures.
Yeah, like in one end, out the other. Indians in one end, buffalo out the other.
It's like
and then we just rewrote the history books to make it look like they hunted buffalo to where
exactly.
Yeah,
and then we blamed them, and that's why we killed them because they were killing the buffalo. We were trying to save the buffalo.
Yes, exactly.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, so. Sounds like you guys like this movie. I was worried that everyone was shit on it.
I'm not like crazy about it.
If Bill Murray wasn't the actor, I would not have watched this movie.
Exactly. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's got. I mean, the lead has to carry it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I understand why this movie is not as well remembered and respected as Fear and Loathing.
For sure.
I still think
it shouldn't be, but it's worth watching, especially for a Hunter Thompson fan.
Yeah.
And especially for a Bill Murray fan because this is like. I don't know. Like, this is a big deal. Like, I think it's a big deal that people don't know about. It should be a big deal.
It's a good Bill Murray movie, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Like one of his...
and like...
Even a bad Bill Murray's like sex. Even a bad Bill Murray movie.
No, that's not
still
true, man.
Pretty good.
We fucking watched...
You're saying bad sex is still pretty good sex?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Still get to have sex.
Have you ever had like a... Where you milk comes out?
You
ever had that happen?
Of where?
Of your guy.
Your nipples?
Your guy. Your friend.
Your main man.
Your main man down the hang low tree. And you milk your tree and then milks. And milk comes out. Feels great. I just want to know if you
I don't even know. I don't know how to respond to this.
You guys, you know what I'm saying.
You juice the milkweed?
You juice your milk. You juice your milkweed. and then it milks, and you feel great.
Milkweed.
Mm-hmm.
What is... Oh, God.
You juice it. You juice some milkweed. And you comes out milkweed, man.
This is a movie podcast.
You ever drain your gutty works?
Yeah. Your gutty... It's so hard to drain your gutty works sometimes. You gotta really get it. You gotta really get in the gutty. So I give this movie a Michael. A strong Michael. Capital M.
A Michael, too.
I'll give it a Michael.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where does the buffalo roam, did they say?
Why did they even name it that?
He's the buffalo. Laszlo's the buffalo.
Well, he says that. He says... He does call him buffalo.
Yeah, and where he goes is where the buffalo roam.
Oh, yeah, I
guess.
Is that what it meant?
Sure, I don't know. Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Because it's a collection of stories that he has had with...
I thought it had something to do with maybe something Hunter S. Thompson wrote. Like they chose
none
that
of those
title
stories
for, like,
are... I don't think so. Maybe he said it, but the stories are... It says what they're from. That's three distinct stories. Yeah. Like I said, the only one I know is the Campaign Trail, 1972. But the other two...
I have to ask, did he actually make it on the plane with Nixon?
He didn't make it on the... the story goes that he got to talk to him in the bathroom. And I don't know if he actually went on that diatribe that he went on in the movie.
Oh, I'm sure that was fake.
Or he acted like, he was someone else, but he said that he talked to him in the bathroom for a short time, and he talked about football. Yeah. And he felt like he bonded with him. Yeah. And that was the only thing they talked about. Okay. So it humanized him. Yeah. Which I feel like in this... I'd like to see a different Hunter Thompson movie that's not the fucking Rum Diary, that's one of his novels, which, whatever, anyway. Yeah. I'd like to see a more modern take on this kind of story that is a little bit more serious. Or just a little, twistier.
A little bit more like...
true to what the tone is. Well, like Fear and Loathing, like that is exactly the tone. Like that is so... perfect because it's like the right director, the right vision, and the committed actors that really fucking fleshed out that story. And I also noticed there's a movie called like fucking Hunter's Last Day or whatever on Amazon. Some weird indie movie. He killed himself.
Oh, he did?
He didn't know that? Yeah.
I thought that
he was 67 and he shot himself in the fucking wherever head, I guess. And he left a suicide note saying, like, 67 is too long to live. Like, I should have checked out a long time ago. His whole family was home. He did it in his study. They thought, like, a book dropped. And
holy shit.
But, like, and then he got shot out of a cannon.
I heard about that.
In his ashes. You didn't know about this? Yeah.
Jesus.
He built a big... There's, like, a reference to this plot of land at the end of the movie that they're talking about. I think it's a reference to this plot of land he had and still has, and the monument thing is still there. It was like a giant, the Gonzo fist? Have you seen that? It's like a fist with two thumbs and a peyote button in the middle. It's like his logo. Yeah. It's what he got designed for when he ran for sheriff of Denver, actually. Shit. Anyway, there's a giant fucking 100 feet whatever tall fist in the air that was, I think maybe it doubled as a cannon or they had another cannon that he had it in his will that he wanted this to happen. He had been building this thing for years because he knew that this was going to happen. He was going to die and this was going to happen. Shot his ashes out of a fucking huge ass, giant circus ass cannon. And everybody was there. Like Johnny Depp was the dude who lit the cannon. They became close because in Fear and Loathing, he lived with him for a while. And he shaved his head. That Hunter Thompson shaved Johnny Depp's head. There's a whole mythology.
Holy
Go get the
shit.
Criterion Collection of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And that's all you need to know about
I didn't know
Hunter
they
Thompson.
knew each other.
Oh, yeah, dude. Bill Murray, too.
Oh, of course. I mean, I imagine that they...
They both met him and, to get to know him. And hung out with him and shit. There's a famous picture of, Johnny Depp and John Cusack and Hunter S. Thompson in the same convertible.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, go do some research about Hunter S. Thompson.
I keep forgetting how old Johnny Depp is, just because he's
probably almost 60.
I was about to say he is what is it, Rob Lowe?
Soon Johnny Depp's gonna be Johnny Depp, right?
Go!
Do I need to say something?
I was gonna let the silence ride. All right, so looks like an overwhelming Michael for where the buffalo roam.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's about time for the
quiz.
So I won last week, but I'm letting Andrew have this one.
I actually won last week, but
If I check the tally,
This is actually my way of catching up. Let's let them have the quizzes.
Yeah.
let them. Because who's in the lead, bitch?
True.
Not
So
you, son.
I said catching up.
Yeah,
I acknowledge.
Hey, I gotta. Never mind.
All right. I'm gonna pull a.
There's a joke that the punchline is ketchup.
I'm gonna pull a Drew
There
here.
is.
Oh, and also one was assaulted.
I'm gonna pull a Drew by not having the quiz ready, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh, wow.
That's not pulling a Drew. It's just reading from IMDb, bitch.
Yeah.
Y'all are
I'm not
bitches
even
today,
do that.
by
I'm
the
not
way.
even do that.
Good. Okay,
All
let's
right.
do it. Let's go.
This movie is directed by Alfonso Cuarón.
Children of Men.
No.
Okay.
Itu Mama Mom Tambia.
No.
It's a mama.
Itu Mama, Itu Mama.
Mia.
It's a mama.
All right, okay.
It's a mama.
A supporting actor, but crucial to the role, is the actor Liam Cunningham.
Crucial to the role.
Crucial to the movie, I meant.
Pan's Labyrinth.
No.
That's Guillermo.
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 Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, he's on Late Night with Jimmy Kimmel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a children's movie.
Okay.
The Orphanage.
Close.
Okay.
Close. I won't give any. I just that's
Okay,
close.
okay.
All right.
I won't give any hints.
I won't give any hints and no more clues. No, I'm just kidding. It is taking place during early 1900s. The story.
Hellboy.
No.
That's Guillermo too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's also I would not consider that a children's movie.
Yeah, it's not.
All right. Anyway, how about this? My next clue is that it takes place in an orphanage.
Annie.
No, but that's also a good guess. Also a good guess. I guess you guys probably don't know the movie. I'm gonna start doing that thing where
You spell it out.
Yeah, where I
Orphanage.
just spell it out. All right. So
Batman.
Is it, can I ask a question?
yes,
Is it an English language film?
yes.
Okay.
It's not a foreign film.
Thank
it's not
God.
A foreign film.
Fuck, I was tired of reading. We rented a fucking foreign movie. I ain't trying to read
What'd you
that
watch?
shit.
What'd you watch?
I haven't watched it yet. It's called Wild Tales. It looks crazy. It's a bunch of shorts that are all revenge stories.
Oh.
Watch the trailer. It looks cool.
The title has to do with a small amount of royalty.
The Little King. The Little Prince. The Little Princess.
Yes.
Is that based on a book?
A Little Princess. I think so.
Huh.
It's A Little Princess.
What's it rated? PG?
Yeah, pretty sure. Or maybe
Good.
I mean.
So this is like a visual movie? Is that why you're picking this movie?
It's a. Well, I just wanted to pick a children's movie again, just because.
So you can actually watch this one?
So you can understand it?
No, but I'm not gonna lie. There were parts in this movie that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, due to like the animation.
How old is it?
Huh?
Oh, it's an animated movie?
It came out in the 95, 94
It's
range.
animated?
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
There's animated parts. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just like.
A Little Princess?
Well, not even animated parts, not like cartoon parts. Let's put it that
CGI.
way. There's like, early, like, sort of,
Cool.
yeah.
I thought you said nothing good came out of the 90s.
Anybody? Yeah, as you pick a movie from the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
You
I
are
amended the
such a
statement.
contrarian. Like, you are the poster boy for everything that is contrary.
I amended
Yeah.
the statement, and I'm allowed to make an absurd statement.
Oh, you,
Have it
you're,
written
you're
up.
allowed to be
more than
wrong.
allowed. It's all you do.
Allowed to be wrong.
Loud and wrong. The Andrew beep story. I was going to say your last name.
wrong. But, oh well.
Yeah, that's true. All right, awesome. So that's another one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn
Yeah.
it.
Big surprise. Big surprise.
I mean, Michael, you did get close. You said
Little Prince.
Yeah.
I feel like he's not firing
just-
on cylinders today. He phoned this one in, Michael. I'm going to be honest.
I'm a little tired, guys.
I don't fucking appreciate it. I came with guns blazing. I had coffee and a beer today. So, wow, I had a fun time. It's been a couple weeks. I feel
Fun.
like I haven't seen you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I see you guys at work.
Yeah,
But-
our schedules are a little weird this summer, but we're going to try and pump these out.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have to do some outside in the mornings to get some ambiance, and it's not hot as fuck.
That would be nice.
So
Yeah.
that early morn, do a nice 6 a.m. cast
Outside, that'd be sweet.
into it.
I can stay up that late.
Yeah, we could go out to we can go camping and record one.
That would be cool.
Oh my god, that would be cool.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about that. We could talk about that another time.
That'd have to be a long one though. I wouldn't be able to just do an hour and then just not record.
I mean, we would
else.
stay and then continue talking this off air.
That's what I mean.
All right.
But like, I
No,
don't
you
wanna
guys
record
don't
all
have
of
to
it.
leave.
Yeah.
We're done. Leave.
All right. Well, follow us, subscribe on iTunes.
Yeah, Hair Club 4 movies.
The number. Yeah.
The number.
We have Instagram.
Yeah, you just
too.
said 4 as if someone knew what that was going to mean.
It was a joke.
I post
Yeah.
to the Instagram sometimes. I did one time,
Uh-huh.
maybe. So I'll do it again
I did one
sometime.
time.
Isn't it weird that there's 3 different versions of 4?
Whoa.
There's F-O-R.
It's the
F-O-U-R.
Hair Club.
And then just the character 4.
Hair Club, the movie.
Yes, yeah.
We watch the movie.
4 F-O-R-E.
You're wrong. That's another 4 like
You're right.
golf.
No.
F-O-R-E.
It's spelled the same.
4.
It's
F-O-U-R,
4 in golf.
F-O-R, F-O-R-E.
4 in golf is F-O-R-E.
Yeah, 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was wrong.
Spelling.
There is
Spelling.
4
Spelling.
versions of
Spelling.
4.
Spelling. What's the 4th?
Just the